Welcome back to SimCity 4. Today we're starting a brand new city in a new region. My goal here is to make the biggest city I possibly can, and that's probably going to take a long time, which is why I've set goals for myself. At the end of the episode, I at least want to see some medium density buildings. Not sure if I'm going to be able to make that happen, but I guess we'll find out together. So let's just get started. Right off the bat, we have a couple outside connections that I'm going to utilize here. In some of my past videos, I've fallen into the lazy trap of just using smaller roads, like the streets and the roads for every single road in the entire city. Obviously that doesn't work very well, so today I'm going to try to use the larger roads more, the avenue at the very least. So I'm going to extend that out and have that become the focal point of the city basically. I'm still going to use streets and roads at first just because we don't want to pay for the increased cost of the larger roads, but once we get large enough, I'm going to try to upgrade some of those. And another thing that I've neglected too is the highways. I really haven't put them in any of my other cities, so I'm hoping to change that today and put some highways in and see if that makes the city look a little more realistic and helps with the traffic at all. Right now, my first order of business is getting these residential neighborhoods zoned in. It's just a little neighborhood so far. I'm putting some commercial along the side of the main road here by the avenue. I kind of want to keep it that way for the rest of the city too. I want to have most of the commercial be along these larger roads. There might be some other pockets of it on some smaller roads, but for the most part I want it to be easily accessible to any neighborhood. Next, I'm going to put in a little bit of industrial further away from the city. I want to reduce the pollution, and we have this train connection, so we might as well use it. Let's go ahead and put a train station in here by our first little neighborhood here. Not sure where I wanted to go yet, so I'm not going to connect it up just yet. But for now, let's put in a water pump and make sure our entire neighborhood has access to water. I'm not going to connect it up to the industrial area just yet because I don't want it to pollute all of the water. We've got a lot more of this area zoned out now, so let's put in some more essentials. Let's get a fire station in there. Let's also put an elementary school and a medical clinic in there as well. Now, since we have such a small community, we really don't need to be spending that much on these services, so I'm going to turn the health and education expenses way down. I think it's finally time to unpause and let everything start filling in. Now, it's looking pretty good so far, but our finances are not looking so good. We're going to need a bigger tax base, so I need to put in a lot more residential zoning. Here's a new neighborhood down to the south. It's not very big, but it's a start. And it looks like we could finally put the mayor's house in, so I'm going to put that in right along the water, give myself a nice little beach house. And since we're getting so close to the water, I think I'm going to turn this avenue to the south, and we'll start developing some more stuff from there. It's about time for a new park, so I'm going to put in a softball field in here. And for the rest of the surrounding area, I'm going to try to turn this into kind of a commercial district. I'm going to complete this quest because it will unlock the casino for us, which will bring in a little bit of income. And plus, I just think it looks nice. I like to have a little bit of a taller building, especially so early on. It makes me feel like I've accomplished more than I actually have. Easy peasy, the casino has been unlocked, and I'm going to place it on the avenue. Look at all these people flocking to the casino, waiting to gamble away all their hard-earned money. I'm slowly but surely filling in these new neighborhoods. But I want to expand to the west, so I'm gonna take the avenue and extend it out to the west. Let's start moving the train tracks down there as well and put a new station there. Health-wise, our citizens aren't doing so great, so I'm gonna put that hospital right in there. And let's continue to zone towards the train station. Okay, I keep getting interrupted by these quests, but they keep unlocking some pretty good stuff, so I'm gonna do this one. And it ended up unlocking the federal prison, and because of my financial situation, I'm gonna have to place that just to make some extra money. You can see my citizens really don't like that, but they're just gonna have to get over it. Apparently now we can do the exact opposite of the quest I just completed, so I'm gonna do that, see where it gets me. And yeah, that one unlocked the toxic waste dump, and I don't know that I want to place that. I think I have disappointed my citizens enough for the time being. Let's just continue zoning out by the new train station. It doesn't have power yet because I'm too cheap to pay for a power line to connect it, so I'm just waiting until all the zones fill up in order to get it turned on and functional. That's looking pretty good, so let's connect it up with some water. And I want to fly a helicopter, so I'm gonna do this mission real quick and see what it unlocks for me, if anything. I'm actually really glad I did that because now I've unlocked the university and I just love the idea of having a university in the city. So let's place that down and let's complete our education system by adding a college. I think it's finally time to add some highways. So I'm going to start off and connect it from the south of the city. And then we're going to have a little interchange and it's going to connect from the east and west. This should allow for as much connectivity as possible. And conveniently, it runs parallel to a lot of the roads, so it should be easy to connect up to the rest of the city. Here is the finished highway. I only have it connected up to the avenue right now, but there are plenty of other opportunities to add more connection points to the rest of the city. Let's continue the zoning further west. As you can see, I'm starting to put in some medium density zoning and we're getting a few of those buildings now, so I suppose the mission is accomplished. I do have some of those. Okay, I may have went on a crazy spending spree. Our budget is abysmal, so it is time to place that toxic waste dump. That thing looks absolutely disgusting. It's no wonder my citizens are protesting that. But let me take this opportunity to drive one of these toxic waste trucks. I don't know what's going on over here because it's telling me I need to spill the toxic waste at this location and I'm pressing the button and it's not working. So I guess I can't complete this one. I don't know what happened. As a cat lover, it pains me to do this, but I'm gonna accept this mission. I love looking around my city while I'm driving, and honestly, I'm pretty happy with what I have so far. I'm loving to see all these medium density houses popping up now. With that completed, let's continue zoning some more buildings out here. I'm doing all medium density. Let's go ahead and place that city hall right on the corner of these two main roads. I think eventually I'm going to upgrade this one to an avenue, but I don't think it's necessary just yet. Let's put in a private school now. I'm going to put that up towards the north. I think eventually this area is going to become the nicer part of my city. So I should probably put some more parks in here. I'm going to put one right next to the school. I know I've been doing a lot of these little scenarios in this episode, but I am trying to unlock as much stuff as I possibly can. I don't remember which ones unlock stuff and which ones don't. Apparently this one unlocks the Disease Research Center. So I'm going to put that in over here and kind of bridge the gap between this residential and industrial area. The citizens aren't very happy about this. I'm not sure why, because I feel like this is a good thing for the city, but who knows. For now, I'm going to try to upzone a lot of the areas in the central part of the city. We're at about 15,000 population now, but I don't think that is enough to start zoning the high density stuff, so I'm going to try to fill this area out a little bit more before I do that. I think putting in that toxic waste dump in my industrial area made a lot of that area undesirable, so I'm going to expand that industrial area a little bit further away from there and see if anything builds in there. There we go, and let's connect that up beneath the highway so that there's more than one way to access that area. Alright, so this is looking pretty good now. A lot better than some of my previous cities, but it still needs some work, and that's where your help will come in if you're so interested. If you have any suggestions of ways to improve the city, I would love to hear them in the comments. I absolutely love getting suggestions from you guys and implementing them into my cities. It's just so much fun to have another perspective, another set of eyes looking at the city. Hopefully next episode we can start seeing some skyscrapers in here. Super excited for that. As always, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.